You've said this is the #1 insight that you pull out of the book, that you manage hunger rather than battle and try to apply willpower and try to go burn more calories at your workout in all these ill-advised ways that we're trying to stabilize body composition throughout the years and decades of suffering and pain and struggle.
I was at the gym yesterday. I got a guy, my ex-football player, who's now into trying to get fit. And he has been for a year and a half, 2 years. And he's a big boy. He's 240, 250 pounds, right? And he's on the bike, and he's the only guy at the gym, by the way, who can crank out more calories in a half-hour period on the bike than I can, because he's so big. He's just generating these watts, and it's, you know, if you put us on bikes, my watts per kilo would be so much more efficient than his. I'd go faster, but this guy's cranking out the watts, and he's on the bike every day. And I go, dude, you know, there's a point at which he's not losing weight. Right? So I'm going, why are you trying to do this? And he said, well, I want to be fit and I want to lose some weight. And I said, well, one of the ways that you can do that is through diet. And he's like, dude, I like to eat. And I go, well, you know, I like to eat too, but that seems to be such a perverse way of looking at this health equation. And that is, people have for decades thought, well, let's see, if I want to lose weight and I want to burn fat, I have to build a very hot furnace. I have to rev up my metabolism, and I want to be able to burn a lot of calories so that I can eat a lot of food. And that's not good for you. That's that's antithetical to an anti-aging strategy. And that concept that, you know, you would want to increase your metabolism if for no other reason than to stuff something down your pie hole, when the converse of that is I have such an efficient metabolism that a couple of bites of steak, I mean, then maybe it's 8 or 10 or 15, I don't know, but not a 48-ounce, you know, porterhouse. And that's enough to fill me up and satisfy me to the extent that, in some cases, any more than that, and I'm going to be uncomfortable. Right? And that's, again, when we talk about comfort foods and eating, part of it is, oh, I'm eating the comfort foods and I'm feeling good, and then I eat so much I become uncomfortable. So your comfort food became uncomfortable because you didn't know when to shut it off. So I asked myself a number of years ago, what's the alternative, like, experiment? And it is, what's the least amount of food I can eat and maintain muscle mass and maintain energy and not get sick, and most importantly, not be hungry. Because when hunger, you know, drives your choices, everything falls apart. Hunger and appetite have always been the key components to the failure of traditional diets. I go on a diet, it's a weight loss diet. I believe that I have to cut calories, and by doing so, it's all about portion control. It's not about fat, carbohydrate, and protein as much as it's just cutting the number of calories that I take in a day down. And because my brain's not used to it, because I haven't built the metabolic machinery to burn fat or ketones, it's doomed to failure. I'll maybe go a week. I might go 2 months of this strict calorie-cutting regimen. But if I haven't learned how to burn fat, if I haven't learned how to access fat from my own body fat stores, all I'm doing is driving this carbohydrate paradigm where I hold off eating as long as I can until I can't stand it anymore. It's all driven by hunger.